Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Back in my main office here today. Good little short trip out to Midland. Got some work in, really good stuff. Hope you're up, making some moves, got the mind in the right place. If not, let's put it in the right place. So today, going through my normal routine, walk my dog already and just listening to what I listen to. Morning, Laro. And today I caught a video on leadership. I said, let me click on this, see what this is all about. And then I start listening to more and more, like a couple different videos, quite a few, I think like 5 or 6 different videos on leadership. And so one of the things that caught my attention was just because you're in a leadership position doesn't make you a leader, right? For instance, like a jiu-jitsu coach, right? Like in the beginning, I knew that I wanted to teach jiu-jitsu. You know, jiu-jitsu is a passion. It's something I really like to do. I want to share it with others. But it comes with a constant daily, like, developmental process to understand, like, what a leader is supposed to do, how they're supposed to talk, how they're supposed to, lead from the front, not from the back, and, like, all these things. That's why I have, like, I have all these books. I got the Jocko. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Jocko books here, and basically that's all leadership stuff, right? And then just some other leadership books here off to the side. But I got this stuff around me because I'm constantly trying to just understand the position better. It's a never-ending process, like anything else. Like just because I attained the title, a jiu-jitsu coach doesn't make me like a real coach. Like a real coach needs a coach, and there's a lot of different ways to go about doing that. And I wanted to share with you guys a couple different experiences that I've had that kind of made me the coach that I am today, and again, it's still a work in progress, right? It's always under construction. So it's not perfect. It's just where the things I've experienced is going to put me where I'm at today with the way I do things, right? So first off, I had a wrestling coach. I wrestled in high school, and he basically laid on the side of the mat with a super big gulp. Okay, if you guys are familiar with 7-Eleven, super big gulp Coke. Didn't coach. Okay, he coached from the sideline while he drank his super big gulp Coke. And we had an assistant coach. That guy was probably a little taller than me, a little heavier than me, maybe 15 pounds or so. And that guy was always in sweats. Okay, I forgot his name. I wish I remembered his name. But anyways, he was always in the drills with us. He was always doing the work with us, showing us what the main coach wanted us to do. Okay, so the main coach really didn't get on the mat and do the drills and exercise with us. There's no sweating involved because he was too busy drinking his Coke. The assistant coach was in the sweats, sweating with us, like full on sweat, showing us the drills and getting on the mat and breaking down the techniques and wrestling with us, right? So I told myself a long time ago, like, man, that was a good eye-opener. Like, if I ever become a coach, I don't want to be like the main coach. I want to be like the assistant coach, all right? So let's fast forward many years later. And now I have Danielle. She played, before jiu-jitsu, she was playing volleyball and basketball, right? So she was at local high school here. I'll just leave the name out. And her volleyball coach was basically the exact same thing as my wrestling coach. Big, super big. I mean, I kid you not. Like, it's pretty much identical, except for one was a male and one's a female. Sat on the chairs. Okay, never moved. Drank the big, super big gulp, whatever she had in it. I don't know. Could have been whatever, but I doubt it was water. Okay, I doubt it was something healthy. Okay, she didn't look all that healthy herself. But the assistant coach, okay, was the one showing them how to bump, serve, and how to move around the court and do all this stuff and actually doing the instructional part, right? And I would be up in the bleachers like, man, this is like deja vu, man. Like, it's the same thing like I went through, like I was so upset, like, that their coach was like that. And then when we had like parent meeting or whatever, You know, they excel, they're going to do this. Like, you know, they give you a handout with all this stuff and about healthy eating. And then it was all lies, because when we would go to the games, in between their sets, whatever you call them, their games, they allowed the kids to go get Twizzlers and nacho cheese and pop sodas and whatever else. And I'm like, I thought they weren't supposed to eat that stuff. Anyways, it just sounded good from the get-go. So I was like, man. So when Danielle wanted to quit volleyball and go all in on jiu-jitsu, of course, I was happy for two reasons. One, because she wanted to do jiu-jitsu. Two, get rid of that coach, right? Like, horrible coach. Like, that's not a real coach. And then another experience, I had my first jiu-jitsu coach here in Texas. Really good coach. Focused a lot on personal development. Okay, and that's where like that kind of planted the seed to where these videos are coming from. Like, I would say it kind of sprouted from that, you know, because he had messages of the week on the board. Every week he changed the message, and the message was up there all week, and then a new week come and he changed the message. So the affirmations, right? So I got into affirmations and kind of really got into that stuff. Like, man, there's some positive stuff like all around you. You know, you just gotta have your eyes open and ears open for that stuff and see it, versus seeing all the negative stuff and reading all the negative stuff, right? So I really got into the affirmation stuff for many years. I mean, you're talking back at Blue Belt, you know, and I mean, you're talking 2002, 2003, 2020. So that really helped spark like a lot of good things for me. You know, my first jiu-jitsu coach here in Texas really just kind of, like I said, laid the groundwork for really positive stuff. And not like I was some bad kid or anything, 'cause I wasn't a kid, but when I came here, I was like 26 years old. But it definitely, personal development wise, character wise, really helped kind of shape how I think today, right? So anyways, then we go to fast forward now to like my main coach now, not main coach, but my jiu-jitsu coach now. It's different. It's more on the work ethic part, more on the competition part, more on the high expectations of what I was there yesterday, and man, he was going off yesterday on some heavy stuff there, you know, because his expectations of how we're supposed to be drilling and training and no talking during the training session is up here, because he has, where he came from, you know, being poor, coming from Brazil, fighting his way out of there to make it here. Like, you know, he just has high expectations on what that's supposed to be. And I like that. Now, a lot of people can't take that kind of coaching, because he was dropping some F-bombs and all kind of stuff yesterday, right? But I like that. That's me. That's like, if you can swear up and down at me all day, and that'll motivate me. Some people that won't motivate, that'll push them to the other way. I don't personally do that with my students, but me personally, like I invite that. Like, you know, sometimes I need that. Like I need that to get out of whatever state of mind that I'm in to get into that next state, right? But again, that's not for everyone. That's why I don't coach like that. But every coach is different. My main coach, my jiu-jitsu coach now, Coach Bruno, like that's how he gets after it. And he got after it yesterday because it was competition class. So, you know, we were going pretty hard, and he was expecting certain things out of us. So anyways, all these different examples of coaches help, you know, put me where I'm at mentally, the way I coach today. So one of the main things I want to get out of this today is just for one, the correct praise thing. You know, you always try to praise someone and then kind of correct what they're doing and then praise them again for their efforts, right? So I'll give you a couple examples. This morning, I got one of my students fought yesterday at a tournament, went 2-2. Okay, he sent me one of his videos where he won, and of course, since he won, that's great. But there's some definite things in there we need to fix. So I messaged him back this morning right before I did this video. Hey, nice work. You know, it was a good match. You know, did some good things, some pros and cons, and I said, you know, we'll you know, bring the video back to class, and we'll, after class one of these days this week, and then we'll break it down and we'll get after it and show you, you know, some missed opportunities and some things that we could have fixed and all this other stuff, right? And so, you know, and it's just, he did really good. Then I had another individual that went running early this morning, because he couldn't sleep. and it was a short run. And I commented on his Facebook story because I saw where, you know, he had the little track where he went. So I clicked on it, and it was a short run. Sent the gold medal, and then he messaged back a little while ago, again right before this video. It was like, "Sorry, coach, you know, it's not much, but you know, whatever." And I messaged him back like, "It's all good. Like, it's all good. Like, as long as you got it in, like you at least tried. You could have just stayed in bed and did nothing, or played on your phone or whatever. But you got up, put some shoes on, and then try to go running to clear your mind and help whatever it is that you need help with, right?" Because a lot of times that's why we run. We run to just, you know, to get some things out and to clear our headspace. And so I'm like, man, because this individual's come a long, long way in jiu-jitsu since I first met him. He's been with me probably about 4 years or so. Really technical, okay, really technical. But when he first started, I thought for sure, I'm just being honest, like I was like, this guy probably is not gonna make it. He probably won't finish this, because he was getting, you know, some people when they come in, you know, they do okay, and then some people just get smashed. All right, this guy was getting smashed, but over the years, jiu-jitsu's really developed, and now he's doing the smashing, and he's doing really good. So I messaged him like, look how far you've come in jiu-jitsu and your personal development. When it comes to the running, because he just started running, just keep that in mind. Like you're gonna, you know it's inside of you to keep going, and you will keep going, and it will get better, because you've already got examples in life where you've done better, because he's doing better from when I very first met him. Looks completely different. He's healthier. Like everything this is night and day. So anyways, it's very important that if you're in a leadership position, you gotta tell people, tell people that are underneath you that you do expect them to win. Okay, you gotta promote winning. You gotta promote, like, to give it your all. Okay, I would never tell any of my students or whatever to, I don't know, go out and try something, compete, whatever it is. Could be anything in life, whatever they're trying to do, and be like, well, you know, good luck with that. You know, that looks kind of tough. Looks like a tall order to fill. Probably won't get it, but I'll be happy for you anyways. No, I want everyone around me to win. The expectation is to win. Are we going to win all the time? Absolutely not. It's not going to happen that way. You might go off on a winning streak and then hit a loss, and then now you have to make those adjustments. Or you might go, like I had a student that went on a losing streak, like 7 tournament losing streak, and then boom, something clicked, everything started coming together, and then he went on a really good win streak and became one of my best, most accomplished students. And he's still doing really good to this day, but in another area. And so anyways, you have to fill your mind and your students' minds with high expectations and the expectations of winning. Because if we're not there to win in anything, then what are we doing? You know, what are we doing? What are we trying to achieve? We're trying to achieve a loss. We're trying to achieve mediocrity. We're trying to achieve average. That's not it. And going back to my wrestling coach, Danielle's volleyball coach, those first two coaches that they will always be in my mind as promoting average, mediocrity, like just not it, man, not it. And then my 2 jiu-jitsu coaches here in Texas, you know, winning, the mindset of winning, like it just has to be. Now, not at all costs. I always talk about in these videos, like I don't try to win at all costs to where I'm stepping on people, stabbing people in the back, undercutting people, you know, all that stuff, man. It's through hard work and taking the long road and going through the process that everyone has to go through. And that's the problem, I guess, with people these days, is they just want instant results, and it doesn't happen that way. I'm talking like through hard work and enduring those losses and those pains and those cries and those hardships to get you to the other side of the winning part. And if I'm not constantly working on my mind every day, then how am I supposed to help my students work on their mindset and promote winning? Okay, that's why I just copy and paste the same thing every day, right? My accomplishments at the bottom. Because maybe you come across this video and you're like, man, who's this guy? You know, what's he done? You know, where has he been at to talk all this stuff, and why should I listen to him? Well, you don't have to, but in that description below with all my accomplishments, that's just some of it. Okay, that's just some of it. I don't have room to put all my accomplishments at, but I've literally been all over the world and put myself in those positions to where any student of mine, if they want to know what it feels like to be in any position like that, competition-wise, I can tell them. I've been there, I've done that. Been there, done that, cut weight, 13 pounds in a week, travel overseas, hungry, running miles, 6 miles a day, sometimes more, whatever the case, like torturing myself to get to that, to get that end result, like sacrificing everything, family, friends, weekends, everything, food, everything to get that end result. And so I feel comfortable that I know I can help other people like that. And the only ways I can do that is because of things that I've done. I've put myself in those positions because I knew one day as a coach, I would have a student come up to me and ask me, hey, coach, when I'm in this position right here, you know, mentally, what do you do? What did you do when you were in this position? And if I never went out there and competed, I never had to cut the weight, I never traveled overseas, I never fought against the best guys, been in that bullpen, okay, the jiu-jitsu bullpen, when you see all these guys that you're getting ready to fight and how good they are and the things that they've accomplished, how do you overcome that mindset? And I can't answer that because I've never did that. Man, I would expect them to go somewhere else to find someone that can do that, okay? So I didn't want that, so I put myself there to put myself in the crappiest position so that I can help as many people that I can. And so to this day, even though I haven't really been competing lately, it's still a nonstop like personal development thing where it's like, okay, you know, so I had someone ask me the other day, like, you know, like, well, how do you have the mindset? Like, how are you able to have the mindset that you have? And it's just because of the things that I only allow in my head and the things that I don't allow in my head and the things that are around me, like the posters on the board behind me. Every time I walk in the office, this is what I look at before I sit down at my desk. When I sit down at my desk, do the work, the compound effect, unbeatable mind, champion's mind, psychology of champions, dichotomy of leadership strategies, discipline equals freedom. And then there's more books over there. You know, it's just something that I just feed my mind with every day. And you have to, because people got to be able to trust what you're saying because you've been there, done that, and you're doing it. Now, what if I'm not reading? What if I'm not listening to the right things? And then someone comes up to me and needs some advice. Not jiu-jitsu advice, but just like life advice, right? How am I supposed to help them if I got problems that I can't even deal with myself and I'm down and out, I'm depressed, I'm talking negative, I don't know if it's going to work, my business is barely hanging on, I'm barely hanging on, I'm not shaving and cutting, you know, looking neat, you know, how can you trust that? How can you trust that? You know, so all these things go into a factor of the leadership position to where it is a constant, never-ending battle of just work on trying to improve myself so that not only that I can improve myself, but I can help the people underneath me that come to me for advice. Now, just like I said in the other videos, not perfect. I make mistakes, say things, do things, whatever, but it's not like I'm purposely trying to self-inflict wounds on myself. You know, like some people, like they know they shouldn't be doing that and they do it anyways. They know they shouldn't be drinking that right now, they drink it anyways. They know they shouldn't be smoking that, they're smoking that anyways. They know they should, you know, they know their health isn't that good, so they're eating the unhealthy stuff and making their health even worse. You know, like not stuff like that. You know, we're human, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to say things, but it's just things where when I caught this video on leadership, it's like just because you encounter, like you get a leadership position doesn't make you a leader, okay? It takes time, it takes development, but one thing is for sure that I got to put this out there, like I've been talking about, is you got to be able to put yourself in the been there, done that position so that people can trust you and they would want to listen to you. Because me, like I said, me going back to my wrestling coach and Danielle's volleyball coach, there's no way I would listen to those people. Those were poor examples, but they were examples for a reason. I needed to see that, or what not to do, okay, or what not to do, okay? And so this video is a lot longer than normal. I'm going way over, but I think it's important to get these out there to where I think all of us, at some point, if you're a parent, you're in a leadership position, okay, you're a school teacher, like whatever. At some point, we're all in a leadership position. So what are you doing every day to try to make things better for yourself and the people around you? Again, one of the students that reached out to me the other day hasn't been doing things to make himself happy. He's just worried about everyone else making them happy, but he wasn't really happy with himself. So he's not putting his own oxygen mask like in the plane. I flew yesterday. It's the same speech every time you fly. Something happens, turbulence, mask come down. Put your mask on first so that you can help the person next to you. Don't put your mask on them first. Don't help them put their mask on when you can't breathe. When I heard that and when I put that in perspective with everything in life, it just made a huge difference for me. I have to be selfish in a way to where I'm helping myself first so that I can go on and help as many people as I can. But if I'm not right and I'm talking negative and I'm putting negative things out there and I don't know if I can do it, I don't even know if you can do it, then how am I helping people with that, right? So just some really good stuff today I wanted to share. Again, I know this is a longer video than normal, but I just thought it was really good because I've encountered different types of leadership over the years. And again, doesn't make me the perfect leader, okay? It's just why I am the way I am, okay? I'm known for being a tough coach. I'm known for being a no-nonsense kind of coach. Like, we get after it. We train hard. I embrace that. I like that. Like, that's who I am. When it's my time to go, I want people to say those things about me. Not, yeah, man, he really didn't get after it. He really didn't accomplish much. He really didn't try. The guy talked negative all the time. He didn't really promote, positivity. If you tried something, maybe it worked, maybe it wouldn't work. No, we're going to get it to work. The mindset is we're going to get it to work. We're going to make it happen. We're going to go out and win, and that's it. Again, we're going to lose some battles here and there, but not the war, all right? The mindset is we're going to win at life like every single day, okay? When you go to put your head on the pillow at night, you should feel good that you went out there every single day and battled life and tried your best, okay? Versus putting your head on the pillow at night and be like, yeah, man, I didn't even get up today. I didn't even try. I binge watched TV all day. I didn't read anything. I didn't listen to any, man, losing. I mean, you're talking L, okay? The L column, big time. I don't want to take L's. I'm going to take them, okay? I'm going to take them. It's just how many am I going to take, okay? I'm trying to take as minimal as possible, and I want the people around me to take as little as possible as well. Stick around me long enough, I'm going to help you with that, right? So anyways, got to get back to some other things on this awesome Sunday afternoon. It's very nice outside, cars to wash, all that good stuff, and getting after it. All right, guys, have a good day. And again, if you're in a leadership position, you got to be positive. You got to push positivity. You got to push winning. Again, not at all costs where you stab people in the back, but you have to tell people they can win, and you got to expect yourself to win. If not, what are we doing? What are we doing? All right, guys, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.